The protest that started yesterday is continuing today. Everybody is here showing up. Now, we're expecting hundreds more. We learned new information that a 43-year-old man was in fact shot and suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
All right, here we go.
Okay, ready?
All right.
How many are we supposed to do?
I think you just go till you can't do them.
Am I going as low as I need to?
Come on,
Yeah,
Eliza.
Come on,
Eliza. Oh boy. I wanted to sit on this truck and really show you guys how big and how massive these are, and they're actually 10,000 pounds. Earlier this month, the family had to put this sign out on their lawn because thieves decided to target their home, steal some of their decorations, and even left some pieces broken. You take a look behind me, that snow is sticking to the mountains. They look extremely beautiful right now with that snow all on the side of them. And now earlier when I was driving up here through the Kern Canyon, there were some rocks on the side. There was a lot of rain, but it started snowing once we got to Whifford Heights and continued that investigation. Again, as of now, nothing has been found, and BPD is unwilling to tell us what this investigation is related to. That's right, the winds are picking up. My hat was actually taken by the wind. I literally had it stuck to my ponytail. It is snowing up here now. It's not a heavy snow, it's a very light snow, so you might not be able to see it, but cars are still going up and down the 99, and I'm here with CHP Officer Rich Anthis, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about what you can expect. So what can vehicles expect today with this snow?
Well, there's one thing we know.
This is a big deal here in Bakersfield, so talk to me a little bit about this race coming up.
Well, racing.
These new seats, why are they plastic now? They are. Elena told me that it's not rare for it to snow up here, but it doesn't happen very often. So this is really nice. This is beautiful. And like Noe said, we're going to be going to the Grapevine. We'll be live from the Grapevine talking about closures over there and checking out the snow over there and giving you guys some updates. So I am here at Women's March, Kern County. We've been here all morning. We were live for you guys at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock, just bringing you all the information that you needed to know. And now there are people. Oh, I think this tire is bigger than me, like really bigger than me. All right, there's that, but just to give you guys perspective, but Big Shot is their newest truck.
Good evening. Their faces covered and guns drawn. Two armed suspects storm a house in a neighborhood not known for violent crime. Residents there saying they'll sleep easier once all three suspects are behind bars.
23 ABC's Elisa Navarro was in the neighborhood today talking to neighbors about how they're protecting themselves in the meantime.
A home invasion caught on video. Bakersfield police releasing surveillance video in hopes of tracking down three robbers. You can see a woman knocking out the door and waiting for someone to answer. When the people inside open the door, she asks for a gas can.
Do you guys happen to have a gas tank?
That's when two armed suspects come around the corner and force their way in. Bakersfield police say this all happened on August 4th on High Oaks Drive near Ming Avenue and Old River Road. Police say the suspects robbed the victims at gunpoint before taking off.
Thank goodness for her doorbell camera. And we're having one put in day after tomorrow. So we'll be ready for it.
Jerry Dyer says he's lived in the neighborhood for nearly 20 years and hasn't seen a crime like this committed in the area. Another neighbor saying they moved into their home because they felt secure there.
It's just really disturbing that, here we thought we were really safe, and it's just, crime is just everywhere, and it's really nerve-wracking when it happens in your own backyard, in your neighborhood, just down the street from where you live.
Now, more than 2 weeks later, police are trying to track down those suspects. The woman who knocked on the door and the two suspects with guns and their faces covered who forced their way inside.
Once they find out who it was and have them arrested, then I would feel a lot safer, just knowing that we have police coming and, they're going to be here for us.
Police are hoping someone recognizes the woman who knocked on the door. Take another look at her on your screen right there. They say she's 5 feet 5 inches tall with a slim build. She has red or brown hair and was wearing a black and white pinstripe dress.
A local family going through their worst nightmare. Their toddler has been in the hospital since June 17th, waiting for a bone marrow transplant that could potentially save his life. 23 ABC's Elisa Navarro joins us in the Live Center with more on the rare disease he's battling every day. Eliza?
That's right, Jessica. Jeremiah Upshaw is a year-and-a-half old and has seen more doctors than one would hope for a toddler. He was diagnosed with a condition called very early onset IBD that is related to Crohn's disease, but different in that it affects toddlers and is associated with immune disorders. Since he was 6 months old, he's been fighting for his life while a cure is yet to be found.
He's a blessing.
Mark Upshaw says his son is a blessing and a little warrior who is battling for his life. Jeremiah was 6 months old when he was having flu-like symptoms.
We just thought it was a normal cold or flu, and they ended up sending us to Valley Children's Hospital.
Jeremiah had something more severe than just the flu, and shortly after turning 1 year old, he was airlifted to the hospital where he stayed for a few days before being sent home without a clear diagnosis. Once home and the results of many tests came in, they determined Jeremiah had a condition called very early onset IBD, a condition in which his immune system is compromised and affects his digestive system, among other things. Jeremiah was admitted to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles on August 27th, where only 2 options were given to his parents.
The options is either bone marrow transplant or he's not going to make it.
Dr. Warland from Bakersfield treated Jeremiah during his early stages and says this is one of the most rare cases he's ever seen.
It's the first one I've ever seen. Hopefully the bone marrow will take care of the majority of this. That we'll be able to get his intestine to heal. All these recurrent infections will go away if we can do the bone marrow transplant. So, I mean, long run, our hope is that we can get him back to healthy, happy, normal child. But he still has a lot of work until he gets there.
A lot of work because Jeremiah must undergo chemotherapy before doctors pursue the bone marrow transplant. Everyone hoping the transplant will be the answers his parents have been searching for. A cure that will allow Jeremiah to live a long, healthy life and something his father hopes to do with him.
Just to take my boy fishing.
Jeremiah is set to undergo chemotherapy in late November or December in hopes that the bone marrow transplant is the beginning of a long road to recovery. If you would like to follow Jeremiah's journey, you can follow his Facebook page, and for more information, you can visit our website, turnto23.com. In studio, Elisa Navarro, 23 ABC.
Welcome back. You probably spotted dozens of foam decorated in your Halloween, in your neighborhood this Halloween for years. This day, though, and this night has been the most difficult one for one local mother, but tonight, new hope in her journey moving forward.
23 ABC's Elisa Navarro has more on why she's finding joy in Halloween while keeping the memory of her son alive. Eliza?
That's right. Blanca Perez's son passed away 11 years ago on November 15th, and his favorite holiday was Halloween, a holiday that used to bring back tearful memories for Perez until now. This year, Blanca Perez and her family went above and beyond to decorate their home and hand out candy. But it wasn't always like this.
He's gone too soon. My only child. My only child.
On November 15th of 2007, her only son, Daniel Perez, passed away from pneumonia at the age of 25 years. One of his favorite holidays, Halloween.
He loves the candy and he loves to see the kids smile and get the costumes. We never celebrate, and for him it's something so cool. Like he always says, "Mom, Mom, the candy." It's how he used, those words.
But after his passing and when Halloween came around, it only brought Blanca memories.
He's dying in this time, and I don't like to see the Halloween decorations. I don't like to see the Halloween things, and then I want to like it now.
3 years ago, her perspective changed.
Every single kid, I see Daniel, and every single smile, I see my son smile. Is what I see. Happy Halloween!
Blanca decorating her home with movies, music, lights, flying ghosts, and lining up a table with goodie bags filled with candy because she knows that if her son was here, he would be smiling and handing out candy alongside her.
I know it's what he wants me to do. It's what I do it for him.
Her son would have turned 36 years old on December 15th, and Blanca says giving to others on Halloween is what she knows her son would have wanted. In studio, Elisa Navarro, 23 ABC.
Planting hope for the families of heroes who have sacrificed for our nation. A special ceremony held today at Bakersfield National Cemetery honoring Gold Star families. 23 ABC's Elisa Navarro was there and has more on the effort to honor families here in Kern County. Eliza?
That's right, Tim. A Valley Oak tree was planted in honor of veterans today, a symbol of the loss families suffered when their loved ones never returned home. Now, earlier this evening, I talked to the president of the American Gold Star Mothers organization, who says she puts her sorrow into service.
You know, I don't have a son anymore, but these are all my sons. So it's just very rewarding, and it's putting my sorrow into service.
On Thursday evening, a Valley Oak tree was planted in honor of veterans who fought for our freedom, giving their lives on the front lines.
That tree will stand forever, and our people will understand what Gold Star families are.
Karen Meredith is the president of the Northern Gold Star Mothers, an organization bringing together mothers that have shared the heartache of losing a loved one. Meredith lost her only son, an Army hero, 14 years ago. She says he was destined to join the Army from a young age.
He was the child that would draw tank battles on his papers in kindergarten and in first grade, so it didn't surprise me.
Lieutenant Ken Ballard lost his life on Memorial Day, 2004.
He was the lieutenant that wore a Hawaiian shirt over his full body armor. He was the first lieutenant who told all of his guys it was no pants day in the tank because it was so hot.
I know they're grieving very deeply, and for them to share their stories helps them with their healing process.
Jim Jacobs, captain of the Patriot Guard Riders, says it's an honor to attend services that continue to remember the veterans who bravely served just like him. At the ceremony, other parents shared their stories about their losses and the honor they feel to keep the memory of their loved ones alive with the symbol of the Valley Oak tree. A simple gesture to honor the families that bear the cost of our freedom. The American Gold Star Mothers were flown to Bakersfield thanks to Angel Flight. Now, if you have any questions about this organization, you can visit our website, turnto23.com, for more information. Tim, back to you.
Eliza, thanks so much for